When it comes to performing, and being behind the scenes of something like this, there's a lot of things involved. So what I would say is, number one, you want to make sure that you know your audience and that you're respecting them for who they are at whatever stage you may be in your performing career. If this is your first show, it's like a dating relationship. It's your first date. You got to think of it as a first date. You're not going to, tell them, certain things on stage on the first show. You're not going to tell them things that, maybe an audience would know if they had known you previously to that show. You gotta treat it in the manner that you just met. Reason number one why your audience is coming to your show is to have a moment, to experience a moment, to experience something different, to be changed, and to enjoy themselves. So you don't know what their situation may be, and you don't know where they're coming from. So you want to make sure that you have a show that can benefit them and will give them what they paid for. And your band needs to understand that too. You don't need somebody getting too much of a personality. If you're a solo artist, definitely, you're a one-man band, and you have all the control in the world for your performance. You are the only performer, so you have to pull your weight, and you have to really be everybody in one. But if you're a band, everybody needs to be on the same page. My band, I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed to have a band that's very family oriented, that's very involved in the show. We tell each other what we think, but we tell each other respectfully, and we tell each other what we think an audience may want in this. And we all have different ideas, but we bring them together, and we compromise, and we put on a pretty good show, I would say. And when you have a band of this nature, where it's 7 or 8 people, you got to make sure that you have that in line. These types of relationships in a band. I talked about how when you perform to an audience, it's like a dating relationship, and it's the same for your band and your fellow band members. Yes, this may be your band, and you are in charge. But at the end of the day, just as a relationship, you want to make sure that it's give and take. When it comes to behind the scenes, you have load in, you have load out, you have setting up and tearing down. If you're like us, we tear down and set up hundreds of different little tiny things and big things and a gong. But at the end of the day, it's everybody helping, everybody pitching in. And everybody has a spot in my band with behind the scenes. Todd Schuford, my guitarist, he not only does guitar, but he also provides our lighting. Rick Sanford, my keyboardist, he provides sound. A whole entire system of speakers and wires and a professional setup that he uses straight from the stage into the house. We all have our own things that we bring to the table. That we provide. Each individual provides something different, and we all work together as a team. Musicians have their own opinion, but you don't want musicians that are in a bubble either. You want musicians that can perform the way they need to perform, and respect you and your opinions as you should them. As Salty D.O.G in the county is starting to now kick off finally. I say I'm so blessed, and I'm very humbled at what God has done, because like a band like this is very hard to find. When speaking about behind the scenes, that's what it is. As a person, as a performer, as a band, as a solo artist, whatever you may be, you will be better for it.